On Sevens Big League, it's the first quarter from the Melbourne Cricket Ground now. The centre looks pretty good. It's obviously been covered. Knocked down by Peter Moore. Moore, one of the favourites for the Brownlow, and here's a chance for Collingwood. The ball is picked up by Dacos. It's out wide towards the centre wing position. Racing forward is Yates. Hot in pursuit is Gary Shaw. The bounce favours Yates. He's gone for the hand pass over to Peter Moore again. Moore twisting and turning on centre wing. A few hoots from the crowd, of course, being a former Collingwood player. Dacos takes the mark a little bit short of centre wing. He's gone for a hand pass. Dacos, of course, has not had the most brilliant of seasons with Collingwood, and we're certainly looking to him to fire this afternoon. Collingwood swing into attack, up towards full forward, just about a mark to Morwood, and he's got it. Morwood, right forward pocket. David Cloak having a jostling match out there with Cox. Cloak in good form a couple of weeks back, apparently not quite so good last week. Shane Morwood, formerly of the Swans, about 30 metres out from goal, a chance for first score of the game. Wynn really swinging that one around, and he's put it through for a goal. So a great start to Melbourne, to Collingwood, kicked by Shane Morwood. The Magpies, 1 goal, 6 points.
I think the most important thing about the Magpies start here, getting that first goal. Nice goal by Morwood, incidentally, and it swings around beautifully. The wind, he allowed for it, and of course it's a goal. But Dacos starting off with the first 2 touches in the game, Peter.
Yes, as I said, it'd be very important to Collingwood if he can fire today.
Which is always got a new hairdo too.
We're a minute and a half into the first quarter. Moore wins that one. Can't find a rover. The centre is actually pretty solid. As I said, it's probably been covered. Picked up by Graham Allen. Allen, long kick down towards the full forward position. Oh, Clark! What a great grab! Superb mark. He took that well. A real wet weather mark. Made great use of the body.
And plus the fact that breeze was blowing the ball all over the place, he judged it very well, Peter.
And David Cloak about 45 metres out, directly in front.
And we're just over the 2-minute mark. Collingwood going for their second goal. Melbourne yet to score. There it is on its way. And he's put it through for a goal. So Collingwood now 2 goals, 12 points to the Demons yet to score. And that's a good start to Collingwood. I don't know which way the wind is blowing. I think it may be blowing across the ground, if any.
Judging by all these pieces of paper, it's swirling right around the whole stadium, Luke.
So that was a great mark to David Cloak. Got up very high, but judged it. And they're difficult marks to take under these conditions. There's the strength of the wind by the flags. Up she goes, grabbed by Fellows. Playing in the ruck today. That was smothered. Back it goes to Taylor. Oof. It's a hand pass coming out here now to Beers. He fumbles the ball. A chance for Melbourne through Connolly to get it out wide. The ball pushed forward this time by Cordner. Cordner goes for a hand pass over to Wilson. Wilson straightens up. It's at the post. Good play on the part of Cordner that time. Could have easily kicked that one, but unselfishly gave it to Wilson, the ex-Brownlow medalist, and Melbourne get their first score on the board. They're 1 point to Collingwood 12. Ball back into play by Phillips. Out it goes to Richardson. Richardson's kick is a high one back towards the wing position. Is that a free kick? No, the umpire didn't play that, and it's Yates to take the free kick out there on the centre wing position for Melbourne. Yates' kick is out wide, too long for Gerard Healy, and the ball is out of bounds. I think it's out of bounds, not out of bounds. Out of bounds about 50 metres around from the Melbourne goal. Knocked out by Fellows. Fumbled by Zantuck. Back to McCormick. A high kick back towards Williams. Has got a chance to mark this one, but coming over the top is Beers. A quick hand pass over to Richardson. Good play, and good play again by Richardson. Dodged his opponent beautiful. Nearly a mark to Morwood, but recovers well. Gets a hand pass back to Beers. A kick along the ground. Down goes Gary Shaw. He get a free kick there, and the free kick to go to Gary Shaw at centre half forward.
Gary Shaw, as you can see, just on the edge of the square, as the sun makes a valiant attempt to peep its way through the clouds. And a good mark has been taken out there in the forward pocket for Collingwood. That by Turner, I think.
I think it might be Beers.
It's only about 35 metres out from goal. Got the distance, the accuracy looks okay. We'll wait on the goal umpire. It's through. So 3 goals to Collingwood. That's a great start for the Magpies. Beers, Cloak and Morwood kicking their goals. They lead by 17 points.
Well, that's what the Magpies want, a good start. Good bit of play on the part of Ward. He's been in the action so far today. He's been down on form. kicked off the ground by Beers. Over it goes to Gary Shaw, got a free kick, and Beers makes good position, follows on nicely, and of course he was on his own to kick the goal.
5 minutes gone in the first quarter. Collingwood lead by 17 points in our match of the day. The Magpies determined to cling to their place in the 5, trying for the double chance. Melbourne still an outside chance of getting into the finals in September. Good tackle out there by the Collingwood newcomer Mullane. And Mullane wins possession now. He's gone for a short pass out towards left half forward, trying to find Neville Shaw, and Shaw doesn't let him down. In fact, he's almost on centre wing, Shaw. He moved well up the ground, but a long kick gets the ball back. It's too long for Moore. Cloak mark number 2. And what a great grab that was. 2 fine marks to Cloak. Let's watch that again, Lou.
He's looking good, Clark. That's the second good mark. That's a fine mark, Pete, as you said. And of course, he's only about 15 to 20 metres out from goal, directly in front.
And a chance for his second goal. First mark resulted in the goal. In fact, he's a little bit closer in this time. Got an awkward kicking style, Cloak, but usually pretty effective close in. What's he done with this one? Away from the goal umpire. It's through. So 2 goals to Cloak. Great start by the Collingwood side here at the end.
Picked up by Cloak, playing a great game. A hand pass back to Tony Shaw up towards the full forward position. Players set themselves. Morwood got one hand to it. A hand pass coming out there now. What's a wild one. That time it came from Illingworth, and it's out of bounds. Still about 30 metres around from the Collingwood goal. They got off to a great start today, the Magpies. A bit better than last week, knocked out by Moore. Ball hits the deck, a bit of fumbling going on. Connolly's grabbed, finally picked up by Banks, in a bit of trouble here. Gets a hurried kick, Moore takes the mark, decides to play it, doesn't know where to go. He's in trouble now. Gets a hand pass back, and the ball finally driven back by Connolly. It's a short kick, and coming in there is Fellows to take the mark. Collingwood playing with a lot of confidence. Very early in the game. A long kick up towards Cloak at full forward. Knocks the ball down. Well scouted that time by Jarrett. Jarrett's kick is back to centre field, but there's no one there for Melbourne. A hand pass coming from Gary Shaw over to Richards. He's got an open go to have a shot at goal. It's a long kick, and not a bad one either. It's a goal. Oh, the Magpies running up that 5 straight. 5 goals, 30 points. Collingwood to Melbourne yet to score a goal, 2 points. And they can't do more than they're doing at the moment, Pete.
Gary Shaw, he could have given it to 2 of them out there. Tony Shaw was running, so too was Richardson. And Richardson, a good long shot at goal. That was a gem, that one. And it went through halfway up the goal post. Beautiful shot by Richardson. 12 minutes gone.
Becoming a little bit one-sided at the moment, Peter.
28 points the difference. Lou enjoying the football and the scoreline, I think. Neville Shaw at centre wing to Barham. Out in turn to McEwen. McEwen at left centre wing, not a long kick, down towards half forward. 2 Melbourne players almost spoiled each other there, and the mark is taken by Williams. Williams back towards right half forward flank, trying to find Fidge. Cordner's there, knocked away from him, picked up by Neville Shaw for Collingwood. Cordner again, he's certainly trying hard. Oh, gee, that's just about a mark on the practice wicket area. The umpire says no to Dacos, and the ball socket out towards the centre wing position. Here's a chance for Barham. Healy right there with him, is out of bounds.
Only a mark, Pete, that Dacos.
Let's have a look at it again. One grab. No, he just didn't control it on the second time there. And it will be a free kick to Fellows after the boundary throw-in has taken place. Fellows at left centre wing for Collingwood. They've got 5 goals on the board so far. Giles and Banks. Umpire says a free kick to Melbourne. Dennis Banks not too happy with the decision. Peter Giles takes it at half-back. Giles, the right half-back flank. Goes out towards the centre wing position. Cordner has to try and beat 3. Fellows too tall. Marks are just about one-handed. And Barham down. He's limping already. Now Phillips goes for a short pass, chips it high. Oh, gee, the forwards don't like those. A chance for the Melbourne defenders to clear the ball. It's driven up towards centre field, picked up by Richards. Good tackle, hurried hand pass, trying to find Healy. Neville Shaw, well tackled by Richards. Melbourne in bother at the moment. Yates trying to pick the ball up at centre field. Richards goes in to assist him, and the free kick going Melbourne's way. Yates at centre field. He's gone for a short pass. It's atrocious to Healy. Williams backs him up well and gets his kick in.
And the ball over the centre half forward. Was this the chance for Melbourne now? A good mark taken there by Illingworth. He's only about 35 metres out directly in front. The Demons badly need a goal. They haven't scored one yet. We're just over the 14-minute mark. Collingwood have got 5 goals on the board, 30 points to 2 points. There's the kick on its way, but he's off target. He's put this one out of bounds. So the Demons are having a dirty day, as we'll see down there in the back pocket, the free kick to go to McEwen. McEwen with the free kick. I believe, I don't know what the wind's blowing that way, but Flower did win the toss. Oh, spoilt that time by Shaw. It was a Shaw mark to Beers, no to Mullane. And finally we see the ball driven down there by Williams, and a good mark taken there by Melbourne's Fitch. He'd only be about 30 metres out on a slight angle. And a chance now for Melbourne to get their first goal on the board. And we're just on the 15-minute mark of this first quarter. Very important game to both sides, more so possibly to Melbourne, because if they lose today, they've got no hope of making the final 5. That's a better kick, and that's a goal. And that may be the one they needed. So it's Melbourne 1 goal, 8 points to Collingwood, 5 goals, 30 points.
Certainly took them a long time to get that. In point of fact, 15 minutes. And in that time, Collingwood had piled on 5 goals. They got off to a great start, Collingwood, and under these conditions, I think it could almost work out to a match-winning lead. Melbourne have got a long way to make up. However, they've got 1 on the board, and they're off and running. 22 points the difference. Collingwood leading, 15.5 minutes gone, first quarter.
We did mention that Ick's playing in the side. He wasn't selected, but he's replaced, not Ick, I mean Wright. He's replaced Ick, Wright. So the ball back there towards half forward. Oh, nearly a free kick, but no, he said play on as Flower goes for the long kick up towards full forward. Tapped out or knocked out over to Taylor. Only got one on the back, and I think the umpire spotted that one. It'll be, no, it's going to be a throw-in. I thought it might have been in the back to Taylor. So it's a throw-in about 30 metres around from the Melbourne goal. They're 8 points to Collingwood 30. Grabbed by Fellows. Oh, a hand pass missed that time by Taylor. Falls short, but Turner's in the way. The umpire must have called play on. He's kicked the ball badly. It's marked here by Greg Healy. I think he must have called play on them because Turner didn't hesitate. As this is Gerard Healy. There's Gerard and Greg. I get them confused sometimes with their Christian name, but it's a Healy. A kick on its way. Now that looks good, so Melbourne bouncing back now. Melbourne 2 goals, 14 points to Collingwood, 5 goals straight, 30 points.
We begin the second half of the match now from the Melbourne Cricket Ground, with Collingwood leading 63 to 36. Collingwood aiming at the double chance, Melbourne possibly a shot at the 5. They'll need to play better. Knocked away by Moore. Healy a further fist on, picked up by Regolo. Regolo puts it high to half forward. Flower in front and takes the mark.
Well, the move might be all right after all.
I think I would still prefer to see Cordner down there, and perhaps Flower in the centre or on the wing. Anyway, who are we to argue with the coach? Flower about 40 metres from goal. Melbourne need one to get off to a good start here. Not so with that kick. 1 point the end result. That came up at the 42nd mark of the term. And Flower yet to score a goal. 5-7 Melbourne's total now. As the ball comes back into play through McCormack. Barham takes the mark and plays on. Hasn't played a bad game, Barham, up towards the centre field area. Ball dropping just a little bit short. And the mark is taken out there by Giles. Oh, the Gerard Healy. Was that a crook hand pass? Healy did well to control it anyway. Tony Shaw rides his opponent into the ground. It's a free kick to Greg Healy. And the little Melbourne Rover plays on. He's gone for a pass to Zantuck, who thought about going on likewise, has to go back for his kick. Flower making a lead in the goal square. Zantuck puts the ball long. Turner in front. Flower behind and marks! What a great mark that was. So 2 good marks this quarter to Robbie Flower, but he's still yet to kick a goal. And Flower, reading that superbly, came between Taylor and Turner, and a chance for his first goal of the match from 15 metres out. This time he's made no mistake, and a badly needed goal for Melbourne. The score's 9-9 to 6-7 at the MCG.
A great mark to Flower. He's been in the thick of things since the start of this third quarter. That's his second mark for the quarter so far. We've only been going 2 minutes. And of course, it was too long for Taylor, 1 hand up, but Turner certainly gave him plenty of scope to get away there, and that made an easy mark for Flower.
Well, can the Demons come back? They've trailed all day after Collingwood booted 5 before Melbourne had 1 on the board. 20 points the difference now, just over 2 minutes gone.
Ball back in the centre. Knocked out by Fellows. Tapped it over to Banks. Banks has grabbed, but he shrugs his opponent clear. He was a bit lucky not for holding the ball against him. Goes out wide. Moore would drop that mark. Cox comes in to pick it up now. Has no trouble. He's kicked it off the side of his boot. It's a shocking kick. But Jarrett couldn't take the mark, and the ball is out of bounds. Out of bounds on Collingwood's forward pocket position, about 40 metres around from their goal. It'll be Cloak against Peter Moore for the knockout. Melbourne down by 20 points. Knocked out by Moore. Grabbed that time by Wilson. A hand pass coming over to Greg Healy. Back it goes to Giles. Melbourne looking better at the start of this quarter. And there's a mark taken there by Regolo. He hasn't played badly since he came on the ground in that second quarter. Gets a hand pass back, the ball driven up there towards the full forward position. Flower couldn't take that mark, and Turner very wisely taps the ball through for 1 point. So it's 19 points the difference. 44 plays 63, just on the 3.5-minute mark of this third quarter. Short pass, and Richardson takes the mark. Had a very good first half for Collingwood. One of the best games we've seen him play this year. Short pass, it'll be okay, and the mark taken there by Mullane. Mullane's kick is out towards the wing position. Banks got one in the back, or he was tripped that time by Giles, and Banks will take the free kick out there on the centre wing position. As a matter of fact, these two have had a good duel. Giles has played a fair game, but I would say Banks is on top up to this stage of the match. Banks's kick is not a good one. It's a high one, but doesn't travel very far. And an easy mark taken here by Yates. Melbourne looking a lot better. A hand pass coming back to Wilson. Oh, he tried to beat the field that time. Tapped the ball on. Banks missed it. Wilson missed it too. Finally, Wright tries to get it back to Wilson. Picked up nicely by Mullane. Goes for a short pass. But it's not a good one. And we see Yates take the mark there at half-back. We're just on the 4.5-minute mark. It's 19 points the difference in favour of Collingwood.
Chance for Dixon. Twisting and turning. Gets clear. Dixon from right half-back flank. Put the ball up towards the centre wing position. Allen was first there. Yates, Regolo just about into his back, but the umpire electing to call play on. Richardson wins out. 15 kicks to Richardson. He's gone for a pass, and that's okay. It's taken by Gary Shaw. Shaw at left half forward flank. Also tries a short pass. I don't know that it was intended for Morwood, but he got the mark anyway. Morwood goes for a pass. Oh, Shaw on his own has taken the grab.
Appealing for a 15-metre penalty, Pete.
Perhaps a little bit optimistically. Tony Shaw directly in front of goal. Has kicked one so far for Collingwood, and a chance to bring up his first this quarter. And Shane Zanter having a few words to say. Made no mistake about that one. Tony Shaw, his second goal. A reply by the Magpies. Third quarter scores 10-9-69 to 6-8-44. 25 points the difference. Third quarter action on Sevens Big League from the MCG. Richardson again gets grabbed, maybe a little bit too high by Gerard Healy. The umpire has found a free kick. It's going Collingwood's way, and the recipient will be the man that kicked the goal last up. That's Tony Shaw. He's gone for a pass out to his brother Neville. Neville Shaw, left half forward flank, started off, had a great first quarter. In front is Morwood. Zantuck can't take the mark. Cox is there. Yours at Yates. Over to Rodney Wright. Oh, intercepting beautifully is Mullane. He can score. Well done, son. Beautiful passage of play, and he's put it through for a goal.
Well, that deserved a goal. Magnificent anticipation and great interception that time, Peter, by Mullane.
11-9, 75 to 6-8-44.
No wonder he's receiving congratulations from his teammates. That was brilliant play as we watch it again. A hand pass, well intercepted, tapped it on beautifully, and backed up his judgment, and ran through for a beautiful goal, a good bit of play.
So Mullane bringing up his first goal for the afternoon. It certainly deserved one. Sevens Big League from the MCG. 7 minutes gone in the quarter. 6-8 to 11-9. Collingwood doing it well.
Collingwood looking good again as Paul gets the knockout. Back to Richardson. Tries to smother that one. Oh, actually thrown away by Shaw, but the umpire said it's okay. Back to Gary Shaw. Punched away again by Fellows. Comes down to Giles. Goes down. Still covers the ball pretty well. Gets a hand pass out. Gary Shaw tries to force his way through the pack. It's finally picked up by Yates. A hand pass coming over now. And we see Conley go for a long hand pass back there. And it's Wilson grabbing the ball at centre field. Another hand pass to Williams. Williams goes for the long kick at goals. Not a bad sort of a kick, but it's off target and through for 1 point. Well, Melbourne had the chance to score a goal. There's 6-9, 45 to Collingwood 11-9, 75. A difference of 30 points. Ball back into play again. They all missed that one. Oh, there's a free kick. It'll go there to Williams. Grabbed too high that time by Allen. And he'll take the free kick at centre half forward, about 50 metres out from goal. Just on the 8-minute mark of the third quarter. And we see Collingwood 11-9, 75 to Melbourne 6-9, 45. So Melbourne badly needing a goal from Williams. Not with the distance too far, but it'll be about 50 metres out. There it is on its way. Doesn't quite make the distance. Yes, it does, but it's up target and through for 1 point. So it's 29 points the difference as we approach the 8.5-minute mark of this third quarter.
Ball back into play through Turner. Cordner got two hands, couldn't complete the mark. Richardson comes out with it onto the lane. The lane running from right half-back flank. He's at centre wing. A little chip pass intended for Neville Shaw, I think, but it's taken by Banks anyway. He runs into more trouble than Perkin Wills. Giles onto Healy. Well, somebody copped one behind the play. Who was that? Giles, was it? Yeah. You just about feel that one from here. Now the umpire has stopped play. He got one right in the head. He looks a bit groggy, Giles, Lou, doesn't he?
He's a bit stunned. He's a pretty tough cookie, just the same, Pete. I think he'll be okay.
He's got the free kick at left centre wing. Still looks a bit groggy as the ball comes down to half forward. Melbourne badly needing a goal here. Taylor, McCormack goes for the long kick, gets it back to centre wing. Giles still in the hands of the trainers out there, not surprising. Close to the boundary line. In fact, it's taken over by Rodney Wright, and we'll see a boundary throw it in the middle of the interchange area. And Peter Giles still seeing stars. Let's see if we can pick that up on the replay. Oh, thank you. They sting on a day like today. Moore and Cloak. Neville Shaw looks for Gary Shaw. He's found it, pushing the back. Banks paddles it further forward for Tony Shaw. There are Shaws everywhere. Onto Morwood. Moore, plenty of time to steady in the right forward pocket, shoots at goal. That looks okay from here. 2 goals to Morwood. So Collingwood going right on with the job now in this third quarter. Morwood kicked the first goal of the game. He's now brought up Collingwood's 12th. They lead 81-46. Giles off the ground.
Good team effort. All the fellas rallied after last week and put in well. It was good.
You started off from a personal point of view in great touch. A couple of good marks.
Yeah, a couple of marks, a couple of goals. It's always good to get going in a game. And I know, that was good to get our side going. We've got a few quick goals on, and I think that sort of threw Melbourne out when we got those 4 or 5 quick goals. And when we got ahead like that, and fellas just kept going on with it.
Hawthorn obviously don't like the wet weather, and maybe Collingwood likewise.
Oh, no, look, last week was just one of those games. Against Geelong about 2 or 3 weeks ago at Collingwood, we played well as a team. This last week was just one of those games where, as a team, there was just something lacking, and we just forgot about that now. And it doesn't matter if it's wet, dry, whatever. You just got to get out there and have the right attitude towards the game, and that's what we had today.
We go to early in the second quarter. The boundary line to Phillips. Oh, close to out of bounds. It is out of bounds on the full. So I don't know whether Taylor's job in taking it closer to the line helped Phillips.
Oh, Peter Moore's caught. He still gets his kick under great pressure. Oh, Ricky Barham, a super mark. Over the top of his opponent and kicks it out wide. Richardson, here he goes. Steadies, long for goal will he go. Long for goal, and it's just off direction. Full of class, Michael Richardson. Whenever he touches the ball, you can signal danger for the opponents. But that was a beautiful piece of football from Barham.
Kick in by Smith, lead by Williams. Oh, shocking hand pass. Might bounce up all right for Yates. His kick to the wing is badly directed, and chest mark to Allen. Well, fundamental mistakes by Melbourne there. Graham Allen's kick back to half-forward flank. Clears the pack. Gary Shaw with pace. Giles meets him. Shaw stays on his feet, but well done, Smith.
Yes, well done, Giles, too. Shaw was willing, ready to break away with that amazing speed he's got. And the two of them, the 2 big Melbourne defenders, did it pretty well. Moore and Fellows. Moore has to do all the work for Melbourne. Fellows nicely done out to Banks, who's been dangerous. Steadies. Hooks it high in the air. Cox has got the chances. He runs with the flight of it. Look out, there's Mullane. Mullane beats him easily, beats another. Left foots it back and straight to Jarrett.
Collingwood 7-3, Melbourne 3-4. It's 45 to 22. Oh, shocking pass. Neville Shaw almost dragged it in with one hand, but the ball goes out. But how Melbourne will ever get out of defence with play like that, I don't know.
Moore wins it. Oh, he's well tackled. Banks gets it out to Dacos. Dacos to Richardson. Richardson will drive it goalwards. This will be close. Fellows again off the ground. Very clever. A bit of beautiful football.
Peter Moore comes out of the middle with it. Grub at half forward, knocked forward by Turner, intercepted by Fidge. Good pass, Wilson. He was off, allowed to go back and take a deliberate kick. Brian Wilson steers it out wide. That's a long way home, but Ellingworth got it. Barham and Ellingworth, who are marking each other, have never been too close to each other. Oh, this is a pass going to Collingwood, surely, and it goes out of bounds.
Yes, Jamie Turner intercepted well, and the pass was never on either. Melbourne have frittered away some opportunities, and they've missed some easy ones. Wilson hit the post, another one out of bounds, and Collingwood looking much more impressive. 22 points to 51 is an imposing lead in this big ground and under conditions like today. Cordner too early, taken by Cloak. Gerard Healy, absolutely brilliant. Brilliant play, Healy, and it deserved a goal but didn't get it. A wonderful interception.
Straight up the ground, McCormack. Banks leaps at it, and in front of the pack. Good leap there too by Beers. Kick smothered. Richardson keeps it going forward. Crashing through was Mullane. Beers again on all fours. Whistle's gone. Collingwood free kick to be taken by Mark Beers. 15 metres against Zantuck, who was over the mark. Allen. Now Collingwood go up towards the centre. Out wide to Phillips, who's covered ground from half-back. Slips catch. On the run. Long to the goal square. Fellows is there again. Well, if it's on the ground, he's got a chance. But he's given away a free kick.
Even though he's 7'3". Yeah. Well, Yates fumbled there and almost lost it. Smith takes the free kick and Moore's the target. Good mark, Big Pete. He struggled valiantly, and the Collingwood supporters never forget their old champions. They've been terribly tough on him. He won 2 Copeland trophies, and that was David Cloak who came across and punched away from Connolly, which was good intercepted football again.
And now Cloak will do battle with Moore. Moore comes off second best, but wins the free kick. Cloak says, "What are you talking about?" The umpire comes over to explain to him exactly what's happening, umpire Tony Bryant. Moore from half-back towards the centre. Mullane, good mark.
He beat Williams ever so easily that time. All Melbourne in front, and the mark is taken there by Ellingworth.
Right, I think.
Wright, is it? Rodney Wright, number 19 it is. That centre half-back. I think he'll try and give it to Cordner. Cordner's about the only place they can give it, and Cordner pursued by Phillips. Big leap. Oh, he's a good boy. He's got some ability. Back it goes. Danger Wilson. McEwen, who's done very well against him. Wilson's got 2-1 against him. Recovers well. Good play. Very good play, Brian Morrison. Pushed him over the line. It'll be thrown in.
Yeah, it would have been unfair to free kick him for that. A lot of people would have claimed it, though. Here's Cordner, getting around beautifully. Cordner going for goal with a mighty kick. How's that?
That was good. Out, Dacos, lightning. Shaw, Tony Shaw kicks and goals. And Jarrett takes the free kick.
Sun shines on a bleak wintry day. Jarrett to the wing. Wilson, oh, and over the top, Cordner. What a sensational mark.
Zantuck, who's a powerful left footer. Flowers got 2-1 and beats them.
Every time Melbourne nudged to close to a 3-goal deficit, Collingwood go away again. Neville Shaw on all fours, out in front of Gary Shaw, good running. He hand passes out in front of himself, Banks paddles, Tony Shaw's there, great play Collingwood. Shaw balks a hand pass, then puts it to Shane Morwood. Goal coming up for Morwood as he steers it through. Brilliant football, Magpies.
Favours Fellows. Picked up by Moore. His hand passed pretty well for a goal, though, was a slick one. Back it comes to Gerard Hill. He should goal long last. He does.